what do you think? I thought this was a genius, brilliant stroke of Trump talking about the Christianity Day of Visibility. I saw you covered it in a video today. What did you think about it?
As a non-Christian, I strongly support the notion. Not only because it pisses off the left, but you do have to understand our founders were fundamentally Christian. They may not have been religious. They didn't really go to church. Well, it depends on them, but most of them didn't. But they were Christian. They believed in Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. I see no problem with this.
Yeah, I think it's smart. It's just a good business decision.
Oh, strategically, it's genius.
Yeah. Are you with and because the other thing about the clip, I don't know if you're gonna hear this, but it was just great. He's still so good. Okay, I'll play it.
Going to win the White House, and we are going to save our country. We're going to save our country. And what the hell was Biden thinking when he declared Easter Sunday to be Trans Visibility Day? Such total disrespect to Christians. And November 5th is going to be called something else. You know what it's going to be called? Christian Visibility Day, when Christians turn out in numbers.
Just absolute genius. Like,
yeah.
It's just
strategically speaking, this was a master fucking move.
Yeah.
Because he understands, and he understands also, disproportionately, the real fire and brimstone Christians in the United States, black voters.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of those black voters that are clustered down in places like
Baptist,
Georgia, North Carolina, some of those competitive states, they are very religious. And they don't take too kindly to what Biden did on Easter, now do they?
And they also
he's going to fucking crush them.
Yeah, he doesn't. That community also isn't cool with trans stuff either, for the most part. So it's like a double whammy. That's a real inconvenient truth to the alphabet movement. Is that like when you talk to black folks about that stuff, you'd be surprised just what their actual opinions are. The Democrats like to pretend like, they're all on board with this stuff too. They're not.
White people are the most gulled into at least pretending to be woke because they happen to be white. But people who have, the anti-privilege sort of thing, they can be a little bit more real. And the white NIMBYist liberals never talk to any black people. Maybe at the gas station or something like that. That's about that, or their lawn keeper or something. That's their only interaction with people that aren't white, and so they don't even understand it. And it's hilarious to see. They're going to get their comeuppance.
Yeah, well, I think what works so good about this is that even if people aren't church-going Christians, right, they still celebrate Easter, and they don't like. I mean, there's a lot more people who would maybe consider themselves Christian than Bible thumpers, who are like, what? Like, and
yeah. The weird thing is, it's like, okay, you can do Trans Day of Visibility, but shouldn't you celebrate Easter first? Like, hey, happy Easter, everyone, and post a picture of the Easter bunny or some eggs or something like that. And then a couple hours later, you do, oh, by the way, it's Trans Visibility Day. That's not what they did. They did the Trans Visibility Day right up front, right early in the morning. Hey, today is the day of trans visibility. Here's my proclamation celebrating it. And then it's Easter afterwards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, all I want to do is eat deviled eggs and cabbage and stuff like that. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
I'm not even a goddamn Christian.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, can we have one day where it's like, can this guy not screw up for one day in a row? And it's like, and it's like, okay, regular everyday Americans who don't go to church, maybe they're C&E Christians, or even like they just think of themselves as I follow the golden rule people. Even they're like, what is going on? What is this? And it was so unlucky because of the way Easter fell. It wasn't like Biden said, I declare today the day, but it doesn't matter because optics is, perception is reality. And so they spun that. And this is Joe Biden picking trans people over Easter.
The Biden administration, number one, does not understand optics at all. And number two, I'm thinking of myself as a non-Christian. I have no problem with people believing in Jesus, etc. But I do have a problem with you preempting one of the major holidays. Most people, when they celebrate Easter, what do? They have a boiled dinner, or they have like fucking hard-boiled eggs or something. They're not even worshiping Jesus or something, but you're hammer-handing that in. And I feel sympathetic towards the Christians, because I'm like, you're allowed to have a couple holidays, aren't you, for yourselves?
No.
Are you not allowed to worship Jesus in your own way?
Yeah, well, yeah, the answer is no, because, between, other than white men, you can make fun of the most. Christians are also like, let's see them preempt Ramadan. Let's see them preempt Ramadan with some trans crap. See how that goes over. Like they pick on Christians because they know
Gay Marriage Day. Gay Marriage Day coincidentally happens to fall on Ramadan this year,
Oh, what a coincidence. I wonder if the White House will put out a tweet. What do you think?
Docking the penis day.
Don't look that up,
folks. That would go up very well with ISIS, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, Queers for Palestine, am I right? I mean, I think that that they should like all that kind of stuff, and
Ramadan just happens to overlap with Satan Worship Day.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm all for the White House putting out all the tweets they can during Ramadan. I know they won't, but
I'm not, because I don't want thousands of people to die.
Right,
that's what Biden would cause.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That there would actually be potentially trouble for that.
As opposed to Trump's bloodshed hoax, it would be real bloodshed.
Yeah, and that would also somehow be Trump's fault.
Yeah,
as well.
Trump caused it. Obviously.
Yeah, I think
they ran out of fried chicken at the local KFC. Trump clearly cleared it all out.
Why would he do this? Why?
He's a terrible man.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see. I think the Christian Visibility Day is smart. I think, right now
it should be a real holiday, though, because when you think about it, although our founders were not religious, they typically didn't go to church or anything like that. They were Christians.
Mm-hmm.
They believed in Jesus Christ. When they died, they were praying to Jesus. I don't begrudge them that. They built a great country. They gave us all sorts of cool enumerated rights and all this stuff. Fuck it. Let them have their Jesus.
Yeah, it's fine.
And
by
Joe
me.
Joe Biden would love to rob them of that.
Well, yeah, by any means necessary, Joe Biden would like to remind you that 0.007% of the population is more important than you.
God.
I hope they all vote for him. I guess that's all I can say is I hope all these people that you've been courting for years, I hope they vote for you, because
I know at least a few trans people that are absolutely anti-Biden and they like Trump.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
there is no such thing as a political monolith.
No, I got invited.
Biden does not understand this.
Yeah, I mean, he just thinks, I don't know what he thinks. It was funny that I got invited to speak at the log cabin Republicans thing here in my state.
Oh God!
And I was like, part of me is like, hell yeah, based. But then also I'm like, I don't do public speaking, and I
don't really want that log,
Yeah, I don't. I don't really do that.
It's called the log cabin for a reason,
Right.